We got the sweats and the excitement yesterday. We just didn't get the profits. Let's recap it and kick off another day. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome on into the Hump Day edition here of Winning Bets. We're giving out free sports picks each and every single day. And I'm Jason Mattis, as always. I'm thankful that you kick off your morning with me here on another episode of Winning Bets. Yesterday was another down day for us to continue what has been so far down 2 days so far this week. But you know what? We've kept the damage minimal. So that's where we can look on the bright spot is not a whole lot of damage has been done either one of those 2 days. So we're just waiting for a good day. We get one good day of profit and we'll be right back out of the hole. And we'll be looking pretty back on the week. And that's what we'll look forward to do today. Let's go ahead and make sure we recap yesterday. And then I'll go ahead and give you guys today's MLB bets. Yesterday we went 2-2 and down 0.21 units. And now that brings us down on the week down 0.29 units. That's what I mean right there is not a whole lot of damage. That's what we're thankful for. We just know one good day will turn it all around. Where did some of the sweats and some of that excitement come from that I mentioned too? Well, how about a sweat in that Brewers Cardinals game? We took the F3 under 2.5 runs. Brewers had the bases loaded in the top of the first inning, but Adam Wainwright was able to wiggle. And I mean, he wiggled up out of that one and didn't give up any runs. Then he did give up a run in the second, did give up a run in the third. And thankfully, we kept it up under, obviously, 2.5. Burns, he did what he does. I mean, Burns is just an absolutely outstanding pitcher. The Cardinals were never really a threat up against him. So, yeah, we got up under 2.5, so that was a sweat. That was a good one right there. And right when that one cashed, what happened in that Blue Jays game to give us all the excitement? Well, we needed the F5 team total be up over 2.5 runs, and we got a home run, a two-run home run, in the top of the fifth inning. Looked like that bet was maybe going to be a loser, but Hernandez stepped up and just smashed a home run up over the wall right there. So that was tons and tons of excitement right there. We love it when a bet's going to go from a loser to a winner. Well, that brings us so much excitement and so much joy. So love to see that right there. So those were our two wins, and both losses came from the Reds game. We didn't cover the run line, or we also didn't cover the team total. Hendricks looked good last night. He had a no-hitter through 4, only gave up one solo blast there to Castellanos. Bullpen there did the job. The Reds had an opportunity in the 7th inning. They did have the bases loaded with only one out there in that bottom half of the 7th inning, but 2 outs, one by Votto, one by India right there, went ahead and ended that threat, and that was pretty much the game right there. So that happens right there. Hendricks pitched a good game. Tip your cap to him right there. Gutierrez obviously didn't have a bad game. He only gave up 2 runs in his own right, so he pitched a good game. Certainly like we talked about and like we thought he would, but unfortunately the Reds bats just couldn't get anything across. So again, 2-2, down 0.21 units. Down 0.29 units on the week, but ready to strike, ready for a good profit day, and we'll turn that week right around. What did happen yesterday? You guys voted. You guys voted on the free giveaway bet, and you guys had a very tight one. You had 39% of you voted on that Blue Jays F5 team total. 38% of you voted on that Reds run line. That's how close it was. That's by far been the closest poll we got. But of course, you guys picked the right one. You guys remain on fire, and that's what you guys did. You guys picked the Blue Jays F5 team total. So. Just remarkable job. You guys are on fire. I joked about putting an extra unit on it. I don't want to jinx you guys and do that, but boy, it's getting to the time where it may be time to do it. You guys remain on fire. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get another name up out of here. All right, we got names falling out all over here. What is going on here? All right, we've got, this one says ELEM. ELEM is what we got here. So ELE is the first name, and then M is the last name. So if that's you, go ahead and hit me up on Twitter and drop me your PayPal information. I'll go ahead and drop you $40. Get a nice $40 win there with that Blue Jays getting that team total. Nice 2-run homer. Brought a nice little excitement. Got a little sweat yesterday. Got some excitement. Unfortunately, suffered those 2 losses, but we'll certainly look to bounce back. How are we going to bounce back? Well, let's go ahead and start rolling out some bets for you guys. We're going to take a Moneyline Parlay just to go ahead and start it off. Why not dump those Reds and dump those Rays in a parlay at minus 141 over at DraftKings? What are you getting here for the Cubs and Reds? We don't need to break it down a whole lot. We've already been riding them twice this week, so we'll leave the offenses and the bullpens out of the conversation and really just focus on the starters here. The Cubs, they're throwing Adrian Sampson. Look, you guys, to be truthful, we don't really know what we're going to get from him. He's making his season debut. He last pitched in the major leagues in 2019, got hit gotten just destroyed. A 5.89 ERA, a 1.53 whip, a 3.02 batting average, and a 7.3 K per nine. Pitched last year in the KBO versus Lotte Giants, which I found that funny when I was doing the research. If you guys remember, depending on how long you've been following me on Twitter and following me on YouTube, we made money in the KBO actually during the pandemic because that was the only thing going on, when the pandemic first hit back in the early part of the pandemic before, the sports came back in America. So we were actually making money in the KBO. So to see this guy pitch in the KBO just brought a little smile and brought some positivity up into the day that we're going to have for today. So, yeah, but in terms of those 2019 numbers, I mean, that ERA, that whip, the opponent's batting average of 3.02. I mean, if I gave you guys those numbers for any starter, we would have no problem fading that guy and backing that opposite team. So got no problem doing that. Obviously, I'm assuming. I mean, this guy's not all of a sudden going to be a hidden gem, right? He didn't lead the major leagues, go to the KBO, and then not pitch in the major leagues all season long. He's getting this call up because the Cubs are depleted. They're obviously, waved the white flag this season. So they're just throwing this guy out there to soak up some innings right there. And he's going up against Tyler Mahle of the Reds. We know him, one of the most profitable F5 pitchers in all of Major League Baseball, been outstanding all season long. So, yeah, give me the Reds on a bounce back. Go ahead and dump them in a parlay with the Rays. What do we like about the Rays? Well, the Rays are going up against the Orioles still. You got Watkins on the mound there versus Head. Watkins in August, here so far for the Orioles, he's been terrible. 15.2 innings pitched. He's given up 15 runs, 18 hits. He's given up 3 homers. So we expect the Rays just to continue absolutely mashing the ball like they've done in the first couple of games in this series. And they're throwing Luis Head here on the mound. This is going to be a bullpen game. This guy's going to be short, an inning, maybe an inning plus, and then you'll get into that Rays bullpen. We know the Rays bullpen is outstanding. The top 10 in all of Major League Baseball have been throughout the season, so absolutely like that. They've just remained a good bullpen. They have not yo-yoed really much up and down the standings there, bullpen rankings. So just a strong team. So, yeah, go ahead and give me the first place, Rays in the AL East. Go ahead and give me this Reds team that is surging, trying to fight for a wild card spot, backed by their ace and Tyler Mahle. So, yeah, it's a Reds-Rays Moneyline Parlay at -141 over DraftKings. Next one we're going to do is we're going to go back to this Brewers-Cardinals game, another game where we don't think there's going to be a lot of runs. We're going to do the F5 this time. So F5, first 5 innings. And you can get that under 3.5 runs at -109 up over at BetRivers. You got Peralta on the mound for the Brewers. I mean, we don't need to say a whole hell of a lot about this guy. We've been riding him to cashes in the last couple of weeks. So, I mean, we expect just another really good outing from Peralta. I mean, he's a really damn good pitcher, so expect him to do the job. And then you got Flaherty on the mound there for the Cardinals. He's just recently come off the IL. He went 6 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs against the Royals offense. I like that. And then on May 13th, he went up against these Brewers. He pitched 6 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits and 0 runs. So you can look at his card and say, yeah, he was struggling leading up to the IL. Well, there's a reason. Then they put him up on the IL. He had a strain and a tear going on up in his shoulder arm area right there. Got healthy, clearly came off the DL, dominated the Royals team. So based on him now being a healthy pitcher, what he did earlier on this season up against the Brewers, and combination of what we know against, Peralta, we expect another low-scoring game. So let's see if we can't cash another under in this game. So go the first half of this game, the first 5 innings, under 3.5 runs at -109 up over at BetRivers. Next one I do is here the Athletics versus White Sox. I'm going to go to that White Sox run line. They've at +112 over BetRivers. They've been the better team in this series. You've gone ahead and see it. Look what they did again last night. They're throwing their ace on the mound and Lance Lynn. Obviously, he's coming off a bad start. We obviously hope that's just a hiccup and not the beginning of him, maybe, encountering a slide and a little dip of form. But that was, the field of dreams, so much emotion in that game. Yankees, you guys remember that game was absolutely wild. Those teams were just exchanging blows one after another. So I'm going to lean on Lynn's card and what he's done all season long and say, okay, that was a hiccup. He'll revert back to who he has been. And the A's offense isn't as good as this Yankees offense, that he faced last time out. So has that on our advantage, too, of maybe playing in the cards of it being a hiccup. And then there for the Athletics, they're throwing Cole Irvin. He's been shaky in 3 of his 4 last starts. 2 of them were against the Rangers. 1 of them was against the Mariners. He was hit in 3 of those 4 starts right there. So bullpens we already talked about on Monday. We know that they're both strong. They both sit top 10. We're getting the better offense. The White Sox versus right-handed pitching. They're doing really good lately since August 1st. They're about number 12, top 10 in some categories. So, yeah, give me the better offense. Give me the better starter. Give me the better bullpen. It's a no-brainer. White Sox run line at +112. Now let's go ahead and jump on here to our dog of the day. We're going to do our dog of the day. We're going to do the Red Sox F5 money line at plus 104 at BetRivers, and this is the one where there will be a tie. So if there's a tie, we'll go ahead and get our wager back. So F5 money line for the Red Sox at plus 104. Let's go ahead and look at the offenses for these two teams. For the Yankees here, you've got number 10 batting average, number 8 in home runs, and number 5 in runs since August 1st. The Red Sox versus left-handed pitching in that same time period are number 1 in runs, number 4 in batting average, and number 16 in home runs. So two offenses that are absolutely getting it done. The discrepancy here will be in the starting pitching. You got Haney on the mound there for the Yankees. Since he's been acquired by these Yankees, been rocked by the Orioles, been rocked by the Mariners, been rocked by the White Sox, gave up 4+ runs in all 3 of those starts. So it's just not a very good pitcher right there. And obviously expect the Red Sox, I just told you they were number 4 in batting average, number 1 in runs versus left-handed pitching. He's been struggling against the Orioles, Mariners, and White Sox. The Red Sox are a better offense than all 3 of those teams, so expect him to hit him hard. Pivetta, he's on the mound there for the Red Sox. He's been good in his last 2 starts against the Orioles and Blue Jays. In fact, he only went 12 innings pitched and only gave up 1 run combined, in both of those starts, so we like that. The Yankees are, getting a really good offense. Getting a team looking to avoid the sweep. You had the Yankees overtake the Red Sox last night for that second wild card spot. I'm expecting fireworks, absolute fireworks in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and back that Red Sox on the F5 money line at plus 104. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more bets from this game. There's a reason why I kind of talked about, the Yankees, overtaking the Red Sox, expecting fireworks. I'm just expecting runs. Heaney's going to give them up to this Red Sox offense. I think Pivetta will also chip in a couple. So I'm going to go ahead, and it's a touch risky, but if given the odds and given the payout, I like it. I see runs in this game. Just Heaney's going to give up runs. Just been terrible. Most of the season been terrible since he's been acquired, and how well the Red Sox just hit left-handed pitching. So the 2 extra bets I'm going to add into this game is I'm going to do the F3 over 3.5 runs at plus 114 over at BetRivers. And then I'm going to stay with this run theme and go F5 over 5.5 runs at minus 108 over at BetRivers right there. All right, guys, a couple other things I'm adding right now. The sportsbooks don't have the numbers up because the starting pitching is a little bit undefined for these games, but Rockies and Padres looking to eye that game, possibly an over. Got Arrieta on the mound, Chichi Gonzalez on the mound, 2 really bad starters right there. And then the Dodgers, they're going up against the Pirates still. I know the games have been so far low scoring, but they get Brubaker today. He looks like he's been able to been hit hard his last few outings, so may look to add a Dodgers in some capacity right there. Just look for me on Twitter. It's at WinningBetsPod. It's at WinningBetsPod if I go ahead and add either of those. Let's go ahead and get on to the recap before we get you guys out of here. We're going to go ahead and take that Reds-Rays Moneyline Parlay at minus 141. We're going to take the Brewers Cardinals F5 under 3.5 runs at minus 109. Going to go ahead and back the White Sox run line at plus 112. And then 3 bets from this Yankees-Red Sox game. F3 over 3.5 runs at plus 114. F5 over 5.5 runs at minus 108. And then my dog of the day comes from this game, the Red Sox F5 money line plus 104 with the tie option. If there's a tie, we'll go ahead and get our wager back. All right, guys, we need to go ahead and turn this week around. I think we've got a lot of good opportunities here to do that. Some good bets, some good wager bets, and some good odds. And we'll go ahead and scrape some profit out of here. And then I'll give us profit on the week because we're just barely up under that line right now. All right, guys, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and get these bets in. We'll talk about them on tomorrow's show, and then we'll roll out some more bets on Thursday. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy your day. Oh, yeah, and don't forget, guys, also jump over to that community tab and go ahead and get your vote in on which one of these wagers you want to be the free giveaway bet. Don't forget to do that. You guys are absolutely on fire. I can't wait to see what you guys pick. Can't wait to see that bet cash. And can't wait to give away some money on tomorrow's show. All right, guys. Peace. Thanks for watching till the end. I'm Jason Mattis. Any love you can show by giving me a like, a subscription, or a comment, or even just share this video is very much appreciated. And don't forget to turn on your notifications to increase your chances of locking in the same odds as I talked about today. And check out my other great videos in these corners.